Hello guys, it's Nobody Lost here, and I'm back again with the Forest of Awakening guide video. In this video, I'll do level 3s, but for the Ergon, I'll do the extreme mode. Just the phase 1 though. The first one is Beahtti, well, the panda guy I guess. Well, I don't know, he looks like a panda to me. I think this content is just about like finding the safe spot and then avoid the explosion. As you can see, he jumps around and he indicates where he's going to land, so you just move away from that. And even all this explosion, you can see like there's a little bit of flaming remaining on the floor, and eventually it's going to explode. Yeah, so you just need to find the safe spot and stand on it. And if you notice, there's a blue orbs that he spat out or something. You need to go around and collect those, because once he summons the meteor, then you gotta use that the trinket, and then yeah, once you collected enough blue orbs, you can actually activate it. It's going to make you jump up to the sky, and yeah, you can land on that small meteor. Um, if you don't remove those meteor, it's going to pretty much kill you. And also, if you actually remove it, it's going to give you more damage. Like you get like 30% more damage. So it's actually important to remove those rock or meteor. And this guy has two phases. And remember, if he does fire card, just stay away from him first, because you can't do anything about it. Like you can't stop him spinning around. And this is the part that a lot of people actually die. Even I died a lot. He's going to jump a lot, and as you can see, there's like a circle around this one person. Well, in this case, me. And you'll see there's like a small spot that links to it. So that's obviously the safe spot. So you gotta um, wait until this big circle to stop moving, and from that short period of time, you gotta move to that little empty spot that's safe. And for his berserk gimmick, of course you have to find the safe spot and avoid the explosion. But as you can see, there's a little red orbs on the map. You gotta go collect those, and once you actually claim enough, you gotta go into the tornado and use tap. That's how you avoid the gimmick. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and there is another like part actually. Um, so these are like his normal pattern. You know, that the one that I said like this is the pattern that most people die to. Yeah, just gotta remember like how to dodge like that. It's pretty much the same actually. Well, yeah, just wait for that red zone to spread out and just move away at the right time to avoid it. Okay, next boss we have is Arbo. This one's really easy actually. Um, the main purpose is to actually gain the flowers. Like there's white flowers, you stand on top of it, and you can see the gauge going up. If you get hit by her, or if you go to different dimension, then you lose the gauge. and if you go to the different dimension, that's when you can actually attack her and make her the what neutralization gauge. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's when you can actually make it lower. The first gimmick we have here is Circle of Life and Death. So when you see this death, then you use the tap to go into a different world, avoid the explosion. And then if your gauge is too low, just go back to the normal world. And if the circle says it's life, then just stay in that world. Her normal pattern is always it just repeats like this. Um, in her normal pattern, just focus on getting the flowers, and whenever you have a time, just attack her a bit. Yeah, the most important part is the flower. If you have enough gauge, then you can go into different world and attack her to make her neutralization bar lower. And also, like for some of the gimmicks, it actually requires you to stay in the other world. But to stay in the other world, you need those gauge, because eventually the gauge will be lower and lower, lower, and you just can't stay in that world. So in her berserk gimmick, without the flower gauge, you might not have enough time to actually make her neutralize. Um, that's why it's important to keep those gauge up. And also, if you maxed out on the flower gauge in this, you get the damage boost and will have a 5-second invincible time. There's two other gimmick. First one is this one. She's just going to charge at you, and then there's like you see there's like a flower looking explosion. Um, but she summons a lot of white flowers. You just collect all those white flower. You can actually go to the different world and do more damage to her. Because yeah, you can see that she summons a lot of flower. You can max out on that flower gauge, so you might as well go to different world and then yeah, do more damage. And important tip, you can see that the white flowers, um, you cannot stand on that forever. There's a like orb that's dropping on the ground. Once that touches the ground, the flowers will turn black and boom, explode. So yeah, just get away from that before that happens. And for last gimmick, she will go to the corner of the map, then immediately sends all the players to the different world. And one person will be targeted by this red circle that's slowly spreading around. Stand where you think she's going to walk past and make those circle stay on her path. Once you make 2 circles stay on the map, then she will start running around. Alright, moving on to third boss, Awakened Guardian. The main goal on this boss is to pick up the pickaxe. Whenever she summons rocks, you gotta run into it and break those rocks. Um, it's for you to actually to obtain the safe spots. One of her important gimmick. When this one starts, pick up pickaxe, go around the map. Um, you need to break the 2 ores. While you do this, of course, you need to make more space because those crystals gonna keep respawn and block your way. But first, be careful with the purple mist because eventually it's going to explode. And sometimes she's going to summon orbs around the map. That's going to shoot a laser. So make a way to a place that's not covered by the line. When this happens, go outside the circle, pick up a pickaxe first, and come back to the circle. Run outside the circle when the rock actually gets summoned. Phase 2 is quite similar, but as soon as the phase 2 start, it's going to do the gimmick. So you see the map sort of covered by the rocks, and there's 2 little minions that get summoned. Pick up the pickaxe and kill each one first. But do remember that she's going to do explosion on the left side and then right side. And for this gimmick, you can actually stay on the purple mist first, and then when the rock gets summoned, you run to it. But of course, you need a pickaxe for it. If you somehow couldn't manage to pick one, you can actually go to that crystal orb and use tap. Then you will gain the pickaxe for a few seconds. Only if you actually picked up enough pickaxe before, and if your pickaxe gauge is fully maxed. And for her berserk gimmick, she's going to summon 3 ores that needs to be destroyed. But of course, there's a big line of the attacks that you need to dodge first. So go around the map, pick up pickaxe, and find the ores, destroy it. But do stay on the safe spot until the line actually disappears. Stay around the middle, and when the rock gets summoned, you run outside from the big circle. When this happens, first thing you do is pick up the pickaxe and start attacking her. You can see the large circle getting smaller and smaller. Yes, when the rock gets summoned, you go outside from that circle and avoid the explosion. Now for the final boss, Ergon. This one I'll just do the extreme mode instead of the level 3, because extreme mode is quite similar to level 3. Level 3 is just the easier version of extreme. Like there's just less explosion around the map, so you actually have enough space to dodge all these attacks. But some of the basic attacks he does is exactly the same. He summons 2 tombstones, and there will be small explosion around those tombstones. Wait until the explosion is over, then you go to that tombstone, activate it, then you'll see there's a yellow cone directing you to go to somewhere. If you go follow that line, you'll see the little rock hidden in the map. Destroy them by just going near it, and do that twice. So if you don't remove those tombstones by the time runs out, then you just die. So yeah, make sure those tombstones are get removed. Also, if you remove tombstone, you gain damage bonus. So yeah, make sure to remove them. Okay, for his berserk gimmick, I believe in the level 3 you don't get those small earthquake going around the circle. So ignore that. Just activate the tombstone, then find the hidden rock, remove that. Um, but always remember, when the tombstone gets summoned, there is a small explosion around those tombstone. Wait until that disappears, then go near the tombstone, activate it, go around the map, find the small hidden rocks. For extreme mode, you can see it's annoying. There's a earthquake going on, and then um, yeah, eventually you need to wait for the rock to appear as well, because not all the rocks appear at the same time. Like the tombstone gets summoned a bit later. When this happens, if you have enough space, you can just run out from the circle, or you can run around in circle. And for this gimmick, you will be targeted by the blue cone. So obviously don't stand in the red one. Just stay at the empty one. Make the blue cone stay there. Then you walk next to it. So like eventually the red cone will explode. Then you just walk into that one. And for second berserk gimmick, it will be always in same order. Two rocks will be summoned in the middle, left then right. Avoid those ones. Those two rocks will combine and become one tombstone. Activate that, remove that first. Oh, and by the way, those yellow lines, if you go there, you die. So you just gotta stay in the small space you have. And for third rock will be on the top left side of the map. Well, that will be your second tombstone. Activate that, remove it, and your third tombstone will be on the bottom right side of the map. And yeah, just don't go outside the yellow one. You just gotta wait, like avoid all this explosion, and you really get like tiny spots. Just chill. You actually have enough time to get rid of all the rocks. And that's pretty much it. He's going to repeat the gimmick until he dies, so I'm just gonna run it again so you guys can get familiar with the gimmicks. For extreme mode, there's of course phase 2 and 3, and I haven't actually bothered to do those two yet. I don't know if I ever want to do the other ones, because yeah, it's just yeah, it's too much effort in a way. uh, Also, I don't really have much time, and yeah, even like phase 1 of extreme is like this annoying. You can see like there's too many things going on, and a little mistake you make, you pretty much die. So yeah. Anyways, I hope this video helps, guys. I bet level 3 will be really easy to clear. But if you want a challenge, yeah, try the extreme mode. I guess you guys can at least clear a phase 1 for sure now after watching this video. So yeah, soon there will be next cap, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So Alright, until then, everyone have a nice trip in DFO of last remaining 100 tap cap. Alright, thank you guys for watching. And maybe one day I'll upload phase 2 and 3.